Wait, you are not ready for what you are about to see. You think you have seen old Hollywood scandals? Well, think again. Because when Ann-Margret's private photos surfaced, the whole world could not stop talking. Some were shocked. Some were impressed. And others? They just could not believe their eyes. Try not to gag, because this story is not just about photos. It is about secrets, fame, and what happens when Hollywood goes too far. So sit back, because this is one wild ride. Ann-Margret was more than just a pretty face. She danced like no one else. She sang like she meant it. And she acted with a fire that grabbed attention from the moment she hit the screen. She was called the female Elvis, and that is not an exaggeration. She could do it all. Movies, music, television. But behind all the glitz and lights, there was a secret side to her life. Back in the 1960s and 1970s, stars did not have social media. They could not control what people said about them. And Ann-Margret? Well, she became the center of attention for something she probably never wanted to be remembered for. That is right, the topless photos. Now, before we go any further, let us be clear. These photos were not meant to shock the world. In fact, they were not even meant for the public. One day, a set of private photos showed up in a magazine. Photos that showed Ann-Margret in ways no one had ever seen before. She was not smiling for the camera. She was not acting. She looked vulnerable and real. And that is what made it such a big deal. People were not just surprised, some were uncomfortable. And others? They did not believe it was even her. Papers ran headlines like, "America's Sweetheart Exposed." Is this really Ann-Margret? And even how could she let this happen? But here is what many did not know. These photos may have been leaked without her full consent. That is right. Someone somewhere may have betrayed her trust. And once those images were out, there was no turning back. So how did she react? Did she hide? Did she cry? Well, maybe. But here is the surprising part. She did not let it ruin her. She kept working. She kept smiling. She kept showing up to sets, to stages, and into homes around the world. 'Cause Ann-Margret was stronger than the headlines. People forgot about the scandal. They remembered the talent. They remembered the woman who lit up the screen. And even though the internet never forgets, Ann-Margret did not let the past control her future. She went on to win awards, to star in new shows, and to remind the world why she became a star in the first place. So, now that you know the story, do those photos still shock you? Do they make you gag? Or do they just show a young woman, caught in a moment she never asked to share? Ann-Margret was not perfect, but she was real. And maybe that is what made her photos so powerful. Years later, Ann-Margret is still remembered, not for what was leaked, but for what she gave the world. Her voice, her moves, her movies, and maybe even her bravery. In a world where photos go viral in seconds, it is easy to judge someone for a snapshot. But the truth is always bigger than one moment. Ann-Margret's story teaches us something simple. Do not judge the whole book by one unexpected page. And hey, if you made it this far, you did not gag. You watched. You listened. And maybe you even understood her a little more. So what do you think? Was the world too hard on her? Were the photos too much? Or was she just another person caught in the spotlight? Let us know in the comments. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Hit subscribe for more real Hollywood stories, the kind they do not teach in school.